I'm sure by now everybody's seen in the news there was that Trump attempt. Very, very sad thing that's happened, and I can't believe we're living through this period in time where this is still a possibility of happening. Uh, I remember back when I was in elementary school and 9/11 happened, and it was just a surreal experience even as a kid, and even right now, seeing this happen is just crazy. I mean, like, what kind of world do we live in, right? It makes you kind of reflect on your life and how valuable life is. And we would never want anybody to, encounter or endure this kind of situation, right? And this is just absolutely terrifying as well, okay? It's absolutely terrifying. And my condolences to all my friends and all my American friends and everybody that's watching. Let's be strong, all right? Let's be strong, and hopefully, we'll get through this, all right? We'll get through this. Even though some people might not like Trump, it's just no way of dealing with political situation. At the end of the day, we're just all human beings, right? So, very, very unfortunate to see this kind of situation happen, right? And America is all about freedom. Here in China, it's kind of the opposite, right? If you got any sort of problems, you can't even speak out. In America, you have that freedom of speech and all that kind of good stuff. But of course, you also have that, Second Amendment, the right to bear arms, but never to be used in a situation like that. Okay, so I personally very much prefer the Western political system, but at the same time, we wouldn't want to wish that kind of shooting or assassination attempt on anybody. Okay, so just a terrible thing that's happened. But what does this all mean? All right, what does this all mean? Of course, here in China, it's also getting a lot of public attention. All right, because it's massive. It's massive news. Everybody knows about it here in China as well. And but if you look at the stocks pre-market, all right, everything's flying. Everything's flying up higher. It's just going much higher. And Trump getting through this, surviving through this, whether it be a stroke of luck by God or I guess it's just very good luck. God is on his side, and even if you don't want him to be elected or you don't like the guy, he's going to get some sympathy. All right, he's going to get some sympathy from some people out there, and I guess what the market is reacting is towards the fact that he might get some sympathy votes. All right, and if he does get sympathy votes, which I believe, in my opinion, that he will, then that also means that he is more likely to become the next president. All right, he's going to serve another 4-year term. And what does this all mean for stocks in general? Well, we're seeing stocks rally. Right? We're seeing stocks rally because he's very much pro-business. He's pro lowering taxes, right, making companies more affordable. And of course, during the Trump years, all right, well, we've seen the stock market go up by a lot, and it's been really good for the stock market. All right, Donald Trump, when he got elected, everybody was kind of fearful that, what is this guy going to do? And stocks crashed when he just got elected. But then afterwards, the things he did really helped out the stock market, and the stock market rallied to new heights. But also, Chinese stocks as well. This guy, he's been praising Alibaba, Jack Ma, when he had personal meetings with this guy, with Jack Ma, in Trump Tower, praising him, and he's very much with entrepreneurs. All right, so guys like Elon Musk, William Lee, Jack Ma, these guys, entrepreneurs, he is very much with them, and he really supports these kind of brilliant people, all right? And especially when it comes to jobs and opportunities in America. But at the same time, he's also the guy that initiated the trade war, right, with China. Tariffs here, tariffs there, revenge tariffs, all this kind of stuff. And if you hear his political speeches, he talks China, China, China all the time, and he thinks that America's being ripped off by China. And he's doing a lot of these like delisting and that kind of stuff, which could be argued that isn't so fair to investors in Chinese stocks. But in general, what a Trump presidency would mean for companies like NIO stock and Alibaba, right? Even though pre-market we're seeing a slight crash, because it's seen that he's anti-China. He's more like pro-American business, pro-American jobs. And it's very clear that if these Chinese companies create jobs in America, he will happily welcome them with open arms. So, and that's part of why he was praising Jack Ma. Right? So, with a Trump presidency, unlike Biden, where Biden just strictly opposes Chinese EVs, 100% tariff, Trump is actually going to be much better for NIO, in my personal opinion. And I think if NIO were to launch in America, they would have to 100% have to build a factory there. That would mean more jobs in America. But of course, which president will be more welcoming to NIO coming to America to build a factory? And I think the answer to that would be Trump. All right, Trump would definitely be more welcome to Chinese companies building factories there, more jobs in America. So in that aspect, Trump is actually quite bullish for NIO stock, okay, in my personal opinion. Of course, that is with the context that they're going to build a factory in the U.S. And create jobs there. But if they don't, then and Trump reduce the Trump presidency, and we see these kind of trade wars and tariffs and all this kind of nonsense back and forth. Trump giving the message that they're being ripped off and that kind of stuff. That is, of course, going to be slightly neutral, slightly bearish for Chinese stocks in general. But once again, as long as Trump doesn't do any of these delisting bullcrap, I think Trump is going to be very good for the stock market in general, all right? And I think he's more, in my opinion, more competent to run the country than Biden, in my personal opinion, because Biden's getting a little bit old, right? And it's just, we don't want any sort of assassination attempt or anything like that. That's kind of crazy. And my deep condolences with all my friends and American friends as well. Hopefully we all get through this, and just, man, what a surreal time to be alive. Yeah, it's quite crazy. Yeah, but that's gonna be it for this video. As always, I mean, let's all, make peace, make love, not war. All right. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.